Hey, what's up, everybody? Wannabe Mangaka here, and I'm bringing the first video of how to do tutorials series. This one's for all the wannabe mangakas out there who want to learn how to make anime and manga style drawings. And this is the basic one. You start off with a circle, just a basic circle. You don't have to be very precise and neat about the circle, just circular shape. You can do with that, and then a vertical line from top to bottom that will divide the character's face into two halves, your left and right half of the character. Okay, and then you can I'll just extend it more, and then you can just make these sides of the face, the cheekbones and the chin. As I say, no need to be very precise in this thing. You can just try to duplicate this shape. This will define how your character basically looks. Once you are done with that, we can go on to making reference lines for the eyes, the nose, and the mouth, the facial features of the character. The nose, a reference line for the nose comes where the circle intersect at with the vertical line, and for the mouth, it's around halfway the from the nose to the chin. Let me just point it out right there: eyes, the nose, the mouth. Sorry about the shaky camera stuff. Let me just define it a bit. For Now let's go on to making the eyes. For making the eyes, let me just put it a bit squishier, a bit narrower. So what actually it does is, as your character grows, the eyes become more narrower, more smaller, and the placement changes. They go a bit above the halfway line of the head. And if your character is young, then the reference lines would be more broader. The eyes are more bigger for younger characters. I'll make a video on that, of how characters age, how you can make your character age correctly and not make them look like a complete different one. Let's go on to making eyes now. What you do is, you make three circles, one at the center and the other two at both sides of the face. This is important because the central circle is actually the gap between two eyes, so that your character doesn't look squint, or the eyes don't look too far away from each other. Well, that's pretty much the average placement of the eyes. So you can start with doing that, and then start making your eyes, the eyelashes, and the pupils, like I'm doing here. And some eyelashes, the lower part of the eye, the pupil. I won't actually go into the detailing of the eyes, the highlights, the shadows. Uh, I'll do a video about that later. Separate videos for eyes and how to make really bright and uh, mangalistic eyes. But no, not in this video. I'll make a separate video for that. And, the nose is pretty much easy, a kind of V shape, and the mouth, small mouth, the lower lip, define the bit of lower lip. And then let's define the head a bit more. Okay, the sides, the cheekbones, the chin. Now let me just rub out these construction lines very fast. There we have it. Now let's go on to the eyebrows. Well, eyebrows are not too difficult, if it is not made difficult. They are simply just draw simple lines, flat lines. Eyebrows can be made in many ways. Like some artists like to draw eyebrows with just a single stroke of line. very thin. And other artists like Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball Z, like to create eyebrows so fat, so bold. So it's your choice how you want to make them. Come up with new ideas, experiment about it, and you might find something new. Always keep experimenting. Now let's get along with ears. They start just a bit over the top line of the eyes and end just a bit below the bottom line of the eyes. And there we have both the ears and the character itself. So basically, that's how you start building up your character. Coming to think of it, doesn't this guy look like Saitama from One Punch Man? I know the eyes are a bit exaggerated. By changing the eyes, you can see it will look like a Saitama. The eyes are one of the factors through which a character can be developed in so many ways. I'll be doing a video about that too, that how characters can be changed, how to make your own character, what factors play a big part in making your own and original character. And there, see, this guy looks so much like Saitama now. Yep. So the eyes do play a very important role in changing your character. So stay tuned and do look forward to my next video that will be coming about next week. That I'll be telling you how to do your own character, how to make your original character. That's it for how to start making character. Let's do some transformation. Let's try doing some a female character and a male character. I've rubbed out this guy's eyes so that we can just observe the other features of the face, like the chin and the cheekbones and the hair of a girl when I'm trying to transform the very same to a girl when I'm trying to make a girl character. Now what I'll do is I'll try to make this girl of the age of about 10 to 12. This guy was aged about 20 to 25, 23. But I'll try to make a young girl and let's see where the differences come out. First off, just start off with the same basic things, the basic circle, and the sides of the face. You'll notice one thing: the cheekbones of the guy that looks like Saitama are more cornered, more angular, but the cheekbones I've drawn here are more curvy. They are not so angular. They are not so sharp. And also, the other thing you can notice is the circle that I drew is not elongated like the one beside. It is elongated more in the horizontal direction. And then we go on to make reference lines. Well, it's important to make that circle horizontally uh, wide because we are making a young character that, and young characters have the tendency to uh, have the tendency of their head to look more broader and less elongated on the vertical position. So there we have the reference lines of eyes, the nose, and the mouth. We go ahead with the same stuff for the eyes. Make three eye sockets, three circles, one at the center, two at the sides, and then you can go on to make eyes. Now, since this is a girl, since uh, this is a young girl of about age 10 to 15. I'll try making the eyes more sparkly. I'll try doing a bit of highlights and shadows to the eyes so that this girl can look very attractive, a bit feminine, to give a look feminine kind of feeling, a soft feeling. Okay, so I'll do some highlights there. Now let's do the pupil. Now let's do the pupil. My throat is off, so excuse me for that. There, the pupil. Now let's shade the iris on the inner side of the pupil. And you see, I've left some highlight over there. Well, that's important if you want to give some attractive and glittering, sparkling type of look in someone's eyes. Now let's do the same stuff for the other eye. The pupils, the iris, the shade, the highlights. Make her look a bit more girly. Now, as soon as I've done the eyes, this character looks more of like feminine. She looks more of curly type. I'm not stereotyping, but yeah, it does. Some thin eyebrows, V-shaped small nose, small mouth, and a bit of the lower lip. I'll erase the construction lines fast in. So now, looking at this picture, without even the hairs, I would say that she is a pretty girl of about age in somewhere in the middle of 10 to 15. Okay, now let's just rub out the hair so we can draw the hairs, and then it will be more prominent. It will be more noticeable. You can notice, oops, I got one thing. I forgot to draw the ears. But anyway, the ears would be hiding behind the hair soon, so no need to worry about that. And then some hairs, some locks down the cheeks, and some hairs on the forehead, and some hairs, some more hairs, and more hairs. Well, actually, I believe that uh, uh, you can experiment more with the hairstyle of feminine character. It has more scope of coming with a new hairstyle. I'm not saying there is less scope for male characters for new hairstyles, but I just believe you can experiment and come out with more outcomes with a female hairstyle. I did a mistake here. Uh, I drew those bands on the other sides while the hairs would be meeting up on the right side of mine on the left side of the character. So you need to keep a watch out for stuff like that. Then the neck, uh, just draw a small simple neck. Okay, and now let's rub out the extra part, the ears that will be hiding behind. So now let's try transforming this 20 to 25-year aged Saitama looking to a young character, a male character, of course, but a young character of about the same age of this girl. Let's try doing that, and let's see where the different turns out to be for a boy and a girl. I'm not rubbing completely uh, the lines of the previous drawing. You can still see the silhouette, bit of silhouette of the previous drawing, so that you can compare between what I am drawing now. And then we can start off for making the eyes. Oh wait, I just forgot the central line, the central vertical line. And once you are done with that, you can start off with the eyes. Practice the three circles, one in the center, two at the sides, and then on the side ones you can start off with the eyes. Now for the male character, what I would do is I would make the eyelashes a bit thinner. I won't give him too much eyelashes, and like you see, I haven't done more of the eyelashes, and the white part on the girl's eyes, there is not much of white part. Most of the eye is filled with pupil, but on this side, what I'll do is the pupils will be smaller. There will be more of the whitish part of the eye, so that it looks more masculine type character. Okay, and you see, it is started to give this character a bit more boyish look. The eyes, as I say, eyes are one great factor to define your character, and you must be prominent in it. You must be good at it. Let's make the nose a small nose, depending on this character. The character is young, so I'll make a small nose for not a big nose like that. The elder characters can have noses like that, then small mouth. Let's rub out these construction lines again, and I'm keeping the eyebrows same, flat, thin eyebrows, and I'll try to keep other things a bit similar, so that you can see even with the similar eyebrows and the kind of a bit of like similar hairstyle, the character would still look a bit boyish. Okay, so I'll, and it will look a boy of around age 10 to 15. Okay, so let's make some hair. I'm not. I won't keep the exact same style, but some similar style. It won't be very different. So something similar in style. Let's draw some hair, sideways bands, and some hair going down the cheek. The hair part, the ones that will be hiding behind the hairs, and then we have the neck. Okay, there's a bit of difference between the scaling factor. The guy has a smaller scale and the girl is larger on scale, but you can still see they look of about the same age, and but you can clearly see the difference. The left one looks more like a guy, and the right one looks more like a girl. So I'll go and ink it so that differences become more clearly visible. And that's it for today. Thank you. Let's start inking. Okay, so at the end of the inking stage, we have our manga boy and manga girl. The differences are more clearly visible probably now to you. I hope so. So let's go and sum it up. The how we can differentiate while drawing. Start both of them with basically same ovular shapes, but a bit exaggerated, elongated horizontally. Okay, boys have more of this angular cheekbones. You can say see they have corners at the sides. Girls have this curvier cheekbones. You wouldn't want your feminine character to have angular and more bold cheekbones. Boys have these, and then boys have these eyes, smaller pupil, flatter eyelashes, or almost no eyelashes, and girls have these eyes, thicker eyelashes. Boys usually have this parallelogram kind of shape of their eyes, and girls have these circular eyes. But it's not hard and fast rule. You need not completely follow the same thing. You can always experiment and find out new results and come up with a better outcomes. And then you can always try to mix things up and get something better out of everything. And then girls have these flat eyebrows, thinner. Boys have these thicker eyebrows, and nose is pretty much the same for both of them. Girls have less defined lower lip because they are soft and small. Boys have more defined lower lip, and of course, then we have boys having this spiky kind of hairstyle, and girls having their own hairstyle. And once you have made hairstyle, I am certain that your character will definitely look the way you want it to look. So there you have it. Once you have done the hairstyle, a character will be easily differentiable, and you won't have much of trouble between that. So that's it for today's video. Keep working hard, keep practicing. Remember, it's not a one night's job to become a manga artist. I want to be a mangaka, and this channel is dedicated to all wannabe mangakas out there. If you like it, then subscribe to my channel, and I'll meet you next time.